Hey everyone, this is Erkin from HDD Recovery Services. Today I'll be recovering hard drive that was already at another data recovery lab. Not any lab, but probably one of the biggest labs in the world. And for whatever reason, the data was not extracted. Now, every time I get a drive that is sealed and sealed off with like a security sticker from previous attempt, I take it with a grain of salt that it's not recoverable. There's two sides to each data recovery story, and side number one is that they tried and they failed, so the client would request the drive back and then get sent back. The story number two is that the company that was working on the case could have gotten the data, but the price tag or some other things might have happened during the course of the recovery that made the client change their mind, and they requested the drive back and pulled out of the procedure. So what we have here today is a case that according to the partner who sent us this drive was not successfully recovered before by the company that worked on it. And so far I've been working on it in stages, and coming up to a final conclusion. This unit has 4 heads, and 3 out of 4 had already been captured. I was able to image 3 out of 4 heads. And the reason for not getting all 4, I think, was that my donor was weak on the head that I couldn't get to read on a patient unit. So right now I'm gonna try to do another swap using a different drive, but this specific unit, matching it 100% to the label, had been a little problematic for me. There's tons of them online, but I don't have anything available in my shop to do this. So if this swap does not work and the heads get rejected and the drive starts clicking right away, I'll just have to place an order for correct donor and get it out. This is the drive that the swap was just done on, and this is the utility. As you can see, I hooked it up to channel 1, and I got channel 1 up here. Power it up, and we're gonna wait for these 2 lights to come green and ready. It's gonna give us the status that the drive is ready for work and has been recognized. So if we run auto detection, it's not going to detect the family, because the family of this Hitachi drive is custom and it doesn't pick it up right away. You have to manually select it, and we're going to go here 7223 7232L9. Utility start, and just want to confirm that all the module tables load up. Everything good. Techno mode key is on. Let's go here, and I want to confirm that the drive is able to read. So this is sector 0, and it's perfectly accessible. I'm just gonna surf a few more. Yeah, it's reading. So I'm gonna switch it up. I captured the catalog, since this drive is out of a Mac. You can see all the partitions listed here. So the second one is the one we need to work with, and this HFS partition, if we look at the catalog file, it's about 400 megabytes in size. And if we build a submap of everything that we weren't able to read out of it, it's gonna show nothing. So it's entirely extracted and has been read. So now if I expand this, I'll be able to see the directory of the user's drive, and we can actually select what we want to image as opposed to imaging the whole thing. But for the sake of the video, I'm gonna go back here, and I wanted to show you guys that there are these gaps. You see these white stripes that appear. These white stripes are from head 1. So as soon as the stripes turn green, the head switches. You see, this is head 1 and this is head 2. We couldn't read that head 1 before, but look what happens now when I try to read it. Oh, it's not gonna let me read it because right now I have the work with copy only switched on. Turn that off, and now try to read it. And now the sector was read successfully, and pretty much any other sector we want to access with head 1 is accessible now. So what we can do is we can actually build a head map based on head 1 only, because everything else had already been extracted. And I don't want the drive to keep running into bad sectors, so head 1 it is. It's 74 gigs on the drive, that is what it's taking up, and I already read some of it, so I'm gonna only go after unread white sectors. So I'm gonna select this, and I'm gonna select image, select scan chains. The speed isn't great, it's about 6 megabytes, but don't forget guys, this is only 70 gigs that we need to read, and estimated time that it gives us is around 3 hours. It climbs up a little bit, but I'm thinking it's gonna maybe hover around 4 hours. That's if we want to image the whole drive, which I'm not gonna do. I already extracted the entire catalog. As you can see, that head 1 reads pretty good. I already extracted the full catalog, and I built a virtual boot for it. So I don't have to image the whole thing unless the client wants the whole thing. Since this was a system drive, I don't think that they're gonna need a sector by sector copy. They're mainly concerned with the data that's on there. So a lot of it is gonna be kept in the accumulated user profile under documents, desktop, downloads, pictures, music, whatever they had on there. I'm just happy for the client that they will get their data back on the second attempt. So thank you guys very much for watching. I apologize for not posting in a couple of weeks. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions, subscribe if you have not subscribed already and you're interested in data recovery, and as always, thumbs up guys if this video was good. Thank you very much, have a good one, see you next time.